Imagine the US government plotting fake terrorist attacks to blame on another country. Hijacked planes, bombed cities, dead Americans, with the intention to get Americans in such a fury they would consent to war. All approved on paper. No, we're not talking about 9/11. Welcome to Insanely True, episode 39. Operation Northwoods, the declassified government plan to stage attacks on US soil to start a war with Cuba. The Bay of Pigs. Invasion had failed, and the Cold War was burning hotter than ever. In 1962, tensions between the United States and Cuba were at an all-time high. Fidel Castro had seized power. Enter the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranking military officers in the US. They proposed a plan called Operation Northwoods. Its goal, to create a pretext for war by staging attacks. That would make the American public demand action against Cuba. Here's what the plan included. And this is straight from the declassified documents. Blowing up US ships in Guantanamo Bay and blaming it on Cuban saboteurs. Hijacking passenger planes, replacing them with drones, and detonating them mid-air. Staging shootings and bombings in American cities, including Miami and Washington. Faking the deaths of American civilians. Fabricating evidence tying it all to Cuba. They even suggested blowing up a US space capsule and blaming it on Cuban interference. And it gets darker. The plan emphasized using real or simulated casualties, including funerals for mock victims. They discussed media manipulation, planted agents, and creative propaganda. This wasn't a rogue idea. General Lyman Lemnitzer, then chairman of the Joint Chiefs, formally submitted the plan to Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara. The operation was approved internally, but it hit a wall. President John F. Kennedy saw it and shut it down immediately. Shortly after, Lemnitzer was removed as chairman. The documents were buried until 1997, when the Assassination Records Review Board declassified them as part of the JFK files. And the fallout, Operation Northwoods became proof that the US military was willing to attack its own people, or pretend to, for geopolitical gain. To this day, it's one of the most cited documents in conspiracy circles, because it's not a theory, it's real. The paper trail exists, the signatures are there, and it came one presidential signature away from happening. Know any insanely true stories? Leave us a comment with anything you'd like us to dive deeper into, or share your own stories. For more information, including the original Northwoods documents and JFK's correspondence, check the links in the description, and don't forget to follow our Instagram page, Insanely True Stories, where we post daily facts, strange history, and stories that haven't made it into full videos yet. Like, share, and subscribe for more Insanely True Stories, because sometimes the scariest conspiracies are the ones with receipts.